It's another time with Tutor.io, the editor 604, and in today's tutorial, it happens to be another class on the course BUS401, and it's been an interesting one. We've taken a couple of classes on this course, and this week, hopefully, we are going to be calling it a wrap with the course entirely. So ensure to take notes, very important. Keep your notes up to date and send it to the appropriate quarters. All right, highly essential. So in today's class, just like the thumbnail says, we're going to be talking about communication. All right, we're going to be talking about how communication works in information technology. Don't forget that this course, so far so good, we've been talking a lot about how computer, all right, or how technology can be infused into businesses. The using of technology to effectively rank businesses, to make your business easy and smooth and rank better. So today, continuation on that, we are going to be looking at the communication part of this technology. With this being said, let's hop straight into today's class. But just before we hop straight into the class, if you are new to the stream, you want to ensure to subscribe to the channel, smash the like button, and most importantly, do all to reach out to us on our official website so that you can join the private class. In this private class, this is where we walk you through the whole thing, give you keynotes, all right, as a token, and also set you up for your exam. Very important. Go to our official website today, which is www.tutorial.net. Use the WhatsApp button on the top right hand corner to send us a direct message, and from there we'll guide you into the private class. With this being said, let's hop straight into today's class. Okay, so I'm going to be talking about, according to the thumbnail, we're going to be talking about a very important subject today. Okay, just a moment. Trying to get my. I'm going to be talking about a very important topic today, which is data communication. All right, we're going to be dissecting the topic data communication. All right, I want to know how data is to be communicated. When it comes to businesses, we want to consider how data is to be communicated in order to ensure an effective and smooth functioning of the business. I'm going to adjust this camera a little bit. Okay. Now, like I said, in order to ensure smooth running and functioning of a business, we're going to be talking about how it is important. How important is data communication? Okay, so first, we want to talk about what it means by data, and secondly, we want to talk about what it means by communication. All right, but I'm very sure that both them are not new to us. All right, they are technologies we must have heard of severally, used them frequently as during the course of this course, something we must have heard of and used. These are terminologies we must have heard of and used frequently as well. Okay, so I'm going to be talking about what it means by data communication. Now, when we say data communication, all right, we are simply referring to that process. Okay, we are simply referring to that process of the transmission, all right, that process that involves the transmission or the transmitting of data from one source via what we call a telecommunication system. Okay, via a telecommunication system. Are we together? Via a telecommunication system. Okay? And now, this system is coded. Alright? This kind of communication and this kind of system is coded. Alright? It's done in a coded form. Are we together? Done in a coded form in order to interchange details of business transactions. Are we together? It is done in a coded form in order to what? Interchange what we refer to as business details. Okay? It is done in a coded form in order to interchange what we refer to as business details. Okay? So we have that as that. Now let's get something straight. When we talk about data communication, like I usually say, there are important things you must note. All right? When we talk about any concept, there are pointers you must note. So as far as data communication is concerned, what are the pointers we must note? First, we need to understand that it's a process, all right? A process of transmission. First thing to note, it is a process of transmission. Are we together? It is a process of transmission. Now, what are we transmitting during this process? What exactly are we transmitting in this process? Now, one thing you must note here is that what we are transmitting in this process is data. All right? A process of transmission of data. Now, why are we transmitting this data, and in what form do we transmit this data? Note that when transmitting data, as far as data communication is concerned, it is done via a source, and this source is known as a telecommunication system. All right, a process of transmission of data via a telecommunication system. Now we know what we are transmitting, which is data, and we have a medium, which is telecommunication system. What else? Okay, in what form is this data being transmitted, and what is this data about? All right, these data are transmitted in a coded form. All right, done in a coded form, meaning that it is not everybody that can decode this transmission. Only the destinator, or only the destination, or the receiver gets to transmit this communication. All right, done in a coded form, aimed at a destination. All right, aimed at a destination. There's a particular destination this data is targeting. All right, there's a particular destination that this data is targeting. All right, and this kind of destination is basically about, all right, the detail of the message is basically about business transaction. All right, so now aimed at a destination with the intent or intention, all right, with the intent of a business transaction, with the intent of a business transaction. And there we have it. Okay, that is the all and sundry. Now you can now pick this point from your own point of view. Okay, oh wonderful, somebody just got our sticker. Thank you for the support. You can now pick this point from your own point of view. Now you understand that it is a process of transmitting data. All right, and this kind of data you are transmitting, all right, there's an accredited medium, all right, there's an accredited channel which is via the telecommunication system. All right, and choosing this telecommunication system requires you to encode. So the message is done in a coded form. Okay, this coded form can only be decoded by the destination. Okay, it is aimed, this is purpose, and here is the receiver, the destination. And what is the all and sundry of the message, or the all and sundry of the data you are transmitting? Business transaction. And that's all. Are we together? That's all. So now, having known what it means by that, from there you can now develop your own points, because definitely questions will be twisted. But having this solid understanding about what it is, then you are good to go. Are we together? Can we all hear me? Okay. Okay, I think the audio is perfect. So now let's take a step further. So now it says here, okay, it says here that the transfer of data requires some form of electromagnetic channel, and that's why you're using your telecommunication system, such as electricity, light, radio, or waves, which is transmitted through a physical medium such as atmosphere, cable, or wire. Those are details. All right, everything still points back to our definition. Okay, so we have that as that. Now let's take a step further. Just a moment. Okay, just a moment, trying to get something sorted out. So now we have an understanding about this. The next thing we are going to be looking at now, all right, we are going to be considering, all right, okay, talking about telecommunication system now. This telecommunication system is capable of transmitting text, okay, graphic, images, voice or video. So now the major component of telecommunication systems are, so now when we're talking about this transmission of data or data communication, telecommunication system is very important. Okay, so speaking of the telecommunication system itself now, it has certain components. And these components are, there is a computer, there is a terminal, there is a communication channel. Okay, there's a computer, there's a terminal, These are the components of a telecommunication system. Alright? All these we must note, please. So we have that as that. So let's quickly talk about, okay, I think we've been able to do justice for tonight's class. We have other classes we need to attend to now. So in our next class, so you have nothing to worry about though. For those of us who are a member of the private class, you are getting what we call the keynote. So there are some things that we might not be able to cover here on YouTube, but in the keynotes, during revision, we'll give it to you as a token. And once you get it, you cover up everything, but we'll give you the key points in the class. Alright, so the rest you get in the keynote is also very important, as you need to cover up on everything. So here's what we'll call it wrap for today. Thank you very much, everyone. I believe you've been able to gain something in today's class. Please let's ensure to keep our notes up to date and send them to the appropriate quarters. Do have a wonderful evening, and I look forward to seeing you in subsequent classes. Bye for now.